your relationship and what's going on between the two of you a catalyst in that? Is there stuff because there's clearly a very tight bond?
Obviously we're close. Obviously we're tight, but
I think it's like our friendship is like, it's hard to explain. It's just a really strong bond.
I'm not lesbian, I'm queer. And I think that's really cool. I'm switching letters.
You're a queer bit.
I'm cute.
You are cute.
Nick doesn't even put me in business class. You put your ex in business class?
No, I did not. I was straight up. I was like, look, you posted the video again. You didn't give any context. Like, I don't feel comfortable asking my team to do that right now. Like, it's a mess.
We're back to talking about JoJo Siwa, and this time it's about her long history of cheating. How have we not discussed this before? The way she shocked Kath on national TV shouldn't even come as a surprise anymore. It's almost like her trademark move now. Kath has shared everything from the start. But before we get into JoJo's troubling dating past and cheating habits, let's first focus on her relationship with Kath. Then we'll look at how Kath's experience matches up with what JoJo's other exes have gone through. Once you notice the pattern, you'll be more than sure that JoJo secretly disliked Kath. Let's jump in.
If I stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore. I'll tie you up.
You can't say that, Mickey. I'll have a good cry, because that's you getting a bit of your anger and frustration out as well.
I was told that there are confused feelings there. Do with that what you will. And that they had realized in the house that...
Trust me, I really tried to ignore JoJo. I honestly did, but no, she just had to come back with more drama we didn't ask for, jumping straight into the VO files and stirring things up again. Instead of taking responsibility for her actions, JoJo sat there with Nick Viall and his wife, who, let's be real, acted like her emotional support team, and played the I'm the misunderstood victim card like her life depended on it. Honestly, the only thing more rehearsed than that podcast episode were her dance routines. So JoJo went on this Big Brother press tour or something, and while most of us were just trying to get over her awkward behavior, she made it worse. According to her ex, Katie, also called Kath, it's JoJo who's causing confusion and spreading lies by suggesting that there was nothing romantic between JoJo and fellow contestant Chris Hughes. That's classic gaslighting. But let's be honest, this whole situation screams emotional cheating, covered in glitter and rainbow colors. Sure, JoJo keeps insisting she didn't physically cheat, and maybe that's true. She probably will say that soon. But the late night cuddles, the secret touches, and openly doubting her relationship show she entertained the idea of being with someone else so much that it made her question who she really is.
Look, he's a great guy. It is platonic. We have a lot of fun together. Life is life. And I don't know any future of anything. But I'm really grateful for our dynamic that we have and our bond that we have, and whatever life does, life.
And can you believe she actually got mad at Kath for feeling upset about it? Seriously, JoJo was giving more emotional support to her Big Brother roommate than to her own partner. You don't have to kiss someone to disrespect your relationship. Sometimes, the way you look at someone says everything. But on the podcast, JoJo wanted us to believe she was just innocently bonding with Chris, and that Kath was overreacting. She even said Chris wasn't one of the reasons they broke up. Okay, sure. But don't be surprised when your ex notices how close you are with someone else on national TV and starts asking questions. JoJo has even tried to gaslight everyone by saying things like, I told them maybe it'd be easier if he was the reason. We broke up, but he's not. Girl, that's not a good excuse. It actually makes it worse. It shows her disrespect wasn't because of a real affair, it was just careless behavior. It's like she was never really serious about Kath from the start.
So many reasons why my breakup happened.
Yeah.
Christopher is not one of them. And I mean, look, and I actually told this to Kath, I was like, maybe it would be easier if he was. But,
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, he is not one of them. So if you're gonna...
Oh, and we can't forget when JoJo said she never crossed any boundaries because she asked what the rules were before the show. If I'm understanding correctly, JoJo needed someone to explain what she could and couldn't do. That means without those rules, she was ready to go all the way. Imagine being so careless in a relationship that you can only keep it together by following strict guidelines for things that should be obvious. And even after asking about the rules before the game started, she still managed to mess things up halfway through.
Were you presented with doubts about your actions in the house with Chris?
While I was in the house?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, because I straight up said, what are your boundaries? And I had a few boundaries for them while we...
Here's where things got worse. You'd think JoJo would at least appreciate Kath flying across the world to support her during the finals. But by then, JoJo was so distant that Kath didn't seem to matter much to her. JoJo made that clear, without hesitation. Kath's return flight was downgraded to economy, and it felt like JoJo was reminding her she no longer had the benefits of being her partner. Can you believe JoJo was actually upset that Kath wanted a business class seat for the trip home? Let's stop right there because I already know how this was spun. Like Kath was being entitled or ungrateful, as if asking for some comfort after. Everything was too much. But hear me out. I don't even think Kath was trying to show off or act spoiled. Think about it. The original round trip was probably booked as business class. So maybe she wasn't asking for an upgrade, just asking to keep what was promised, even though everything else had fallen apart.
I saw it on Instagram first and it was, cut off. So I was like, oh, the full version must be on TikTok. And then I saw the full 13-minute version and I was like, oh, I'll be genuine. I did not
13 minutes is
13 minutes is
forever.
I did not watch it. I did not watch it.
That's a movie.
But then JoJo flips it around saying, you don't get to ask me for a business class flight home after that. Like, seriously?
Before I could even get back to the hotel, it's actually crazy, went to the after party with my, I guess now ex, crazy thing to say, and was dumped in...
JoJo is wealthy, so flying someone internationally and then breaking up on TV means business class is the least she could do. Instead, she made a big deal out of Kath asking for it, making her look greedy. Classic gaslighting. Emotions ran high, but the fight over the flight painted Kath as the bad guy. JoJo turned the breakup into a PR stunt, acting like she's the victim while causing the drama. Kath stayed quiet after one video, but JoJo keeps ranting with no real point. Fans were upset. JoJo seemed unbothered, sending Kath home in economy after all the support.
Don't get asked me for a business class flight home and then do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
Or just
when I already got to a plane.
JoJo is wealthy, so flying someone internationally and then breaking up on TV means business class is the least she could do. Instead, she made a big deal out of Kath asking for it, making her look greedy. Classic gaslighting. Emotions ran high, but the fight over the flight painted Kath as the bad guy. JoJo turned the breakup into a PR stunt, acting like she's the victim while causing the drama. Kath stayed quiet after one video, but JoJo keeps ranting with no real point. Fans were upset. JoJo seemed unbothered, sending Kath home in economy after all the support.
A lot of
business class. Nick doesn't even put me in business class.
Yeah.
You put your ex in business class?
No, I did not. I was straight up. I was like, look, you posted the video again. You didn't give any context. Like, I don't feel comfortable asking my team to do that right now.
Then things got even messier when Kath replied with a TikTok joking about flying home in economy. Even though she tried to make it funny, it was still kind of sad to see.
It was going on in a morning show the next day with Chris, and we were going to shut the JoJo and Chris rumors down, and we were going to say we're friends. And I also was sure to say, like, look, life is life. You never know where life's going to take you, but I can tell you today, right now, Chris and I are friends. We have a great special bond, but we are...
Now things got even messier. JoJo said Kath would post a follow-up video to share their side of the breakup, but that video never came out. Why? Because JoJo appeared on a morning show with Chris, the same Chris, and started dropping not so subtle hints that they're just friends now, but you never know what might happen later.
Basically alluding to Chris and I are the reasons that we broke up. That's not the case. That is not the truth. And they know that and I know that. So they were going to, post their video again, but because they wanted to share their story, but say like, hey, I did give some misleading information. Like JoJo and I have talked a bit more. Here's the truth, because I don't expect them to air out all the reasons why I did end things between us, because if they did, it would be a little crazy. But all good if they wanted to. And I don't think that's the right thing.
You told your ex you'd keep things respectful and promised to keep things private. Then you go on TV with your new bestie and drop hints like that? It's just too much. Even if Kath was ready to make a follow-up video, it's easy to see why she changed her mind. How much more shame could she take? How can you explain a breakup when the other person is already hinting they're moving on before the full story's out? This whole thing has gone from a breakup to a public blame game. The worst part is JoJo's version is the one going viral. She's talking everywhere, while Kath mostly stays quiet. JoJo keeps reopening old wounds while acting like she's fixing them, something right out of a narcissist's playbook. Bottom line, JoJo Siwa keeps saying she wasn't the bad one and didn't do anything wrong.
Did he?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Okay, this is just crazy.
Mark and I are boyfriend and girlfriend.
Now that we've gone through the recent drama, let's take a step back and look at JoJo's past relationships. It's not just messy. It's a long story of selfish habits covered up by glitter, sweet talk, and love bombing. At the top of the list is JoJo Siwa, who publicly introduced her boyfriend Mark Bontempo when she was just 17.
Amazing, wonderful, perfect, most beautiful girlfriend in the whole...
JoJo is sweet and glowing until she's done with you. Mark Bontempo was amazing to her, but 3 months later she broke up with him. When fans bashed Mark, JoJo defended him, saying they were happy but chose to separate. At 17, she seemed mature, unlike now with Kath, where she's dragging her ex publicly. Still, JoJo controlled the story, positioning herself as the spokesperson while Mark faded away. That's a classic move to keep control. Compared to Mark, that breakup was drama-free. After that came Kylie Prill, whom JoJo met on a 2020 cruise.
A lot of power, you and your platform. How can you tell someone that you love them and then ghost them the next day and then post all over the internet that we're clout chasers and love bombers? I don't get it. And anytime I posted something, I asked for your permission first. And I have the text receipts to prove it, so don't come at me with saying that we were clout chasers.
Kylie played a big role in JoJo's coming out story. She was JoJo's first public girlfriend. True to JoJo's style, things moved fast. They moved in together, there was lots of PDA and lots of love bombing. But Kylie didn't stay amazing for long. After just 7 months, it was over, and JoJo was off to the next chapter. As always, JoJo was the official spokesperson, going public to say moving in was a mistake. They even tried to get back together, but JoJo said she still didn't see anything new or amazing in Kylie. Now JoJo says they're good friends who talk a lot, but considering how it ended, that sounds like another PR-friendly way of saying, we're not fighting, but I'm still the victim. Then came Katie Mills. By March 2022, JoJo was announcing on Rachel Uncensored that she was off the market, living her best loyal relationship life with TikTok creator Katie Mills. It seemed like JoJo had learned her lessons and found someone worth it. But fast forward to March 2023 and the cracks appeared. JoJo started posting cryptic videos accusing Katie of love bombing her and using her for clout chasing. JoJo was used to controlling the story, but Katie wasn't about to take those accusations lying down, especially after being called out for love bombing.
Why are you mad?
Because I got used
For what?
for views and for clout, and I got tricked into being told.
Dating JoJo means your content needs her stamp of approval before you post anything, just like how she had Kath create a breakup story that made JoJo look better. Next up was Avery Cyrus, and this one was loud, fast, and honestly kind of chaotic. JoJo and TikToker Avery went public in September 2022, making their relationship official at Disney World. Because of course it had to be super public, super cute, and super short. By their 12-day anniversary, JoJo was already hyping up how Avery made her feel amazing and how their personalities clicked perfectly. But by December, that spark fizzled fast. Avery confirmed they broke up on good terms, but JoJo wasn't holding back. She went full vent mode, saying, I got tricked into being told I was loved, I got played.
Girlfriend at the time were at this concert, and then her ex shows up. I didn't really think anything of it until the next morning when my girlfriend at the time was like, I think I should text my ex and let her know that there's no bad blood between us. Like, what? I'm working on her computer, and then text messages pop up when she's downstairs. Turns out she sent more messages, something along the lines of, oh, I still have the thing you gave me when we first met. And the ex's response, keep in mind she had a girlfriend at the time, was the pet name that they used to call each other, and, oh, I still have that too, and I also have the...
Meanwhile, Avery kept it classy, saying the love was real for her. But rumors started spreading, especially after Avery got back with her ex shortly after the breakup. To make things messier, some say JoJo wasn't exactly loyal during their relationship either. It's basically a tit-for-tat situation, but JoJo is still acting like she's the victim in all of it.
I have a girlfriend.
Things got real cute real fast when JoJo linked up with aka D Wilson, the runner-up from So You Think You Can Dance Season 18. True to her style, JoJo didn't waste time hiding this one. In August 2024, she officially announced their relationship on TikTok, calling herself the all-star assistant during dance class.
Conversation. This was like right before we were like serious. And I was like, look, I do want you to know, like, I really am balling for you. I was like, but I also want you to know, like, I have a super strong maternal instinct and I really want kids and I want to do young life.
Fans were obsessed, and JoJo was clearly all in. She dropped $30,000 on Dee's 19th birthday in Hawaii. She even said they were madly in love and joking about planning to have triplets. Yeah, she wasn't playing around. By November, just 3 months after going public, JoJo revealed they had split. No drama, no messy posts, just a clean break. Fans were shocked since JoJo had been posting lovey-dovey pics weeks earlier. Soon after, JoJo was with Kath and then identified as queer. After some time with Chris Hughes, fans expect the same pattern. A short relationship followed by JoJo spilling tea on why it ended. Her need to control the story might be her downfall. What do you think? Was JoJo petty? Or just protecting herself? Should Kath have gotten business class? Share your thoughts below.